Yo, welcome back everybody. Today we have gameplay from Galakrond, and this game's a treat. This is one of those games where you get to the end game and you just look at your opponent's board and you go, wow, how would I ever beat that board state? But then you live and you give yourself 2 turns, a chance against the ghost, and then back into that same person. Can you find a combination of cards that counter what appear to be nearly uncounterable board states? Because sometimes you can find niche little lines that give you an out, and sometimes Bob's nice. All right, enjoy. That's not Malchezaar. Ruh-roh. You ever take the Percussionist level to 2 and guarantee the demon? That's a lot of power. Okay, not guarantee, but like, whatever it is, a 60% chance. It's a 6/6 on top of that. I think so. I think this is an acceptable line. Poggers. Poggers, 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 poggers. All right. So we got to start to a game that's somewhat reasonable here. That can't be Malchezaar. I think it's Ticketus, or the Ticketus. The Ticketus that you wanted. I read it verbatim. This is what happens when I read chat. You guys are out here throwing around other hero names instead of card names. I'm with you. The Tyke. Well, the Tyke is what we want. Yeah, unfortunately we didn't get a Tyke. With that being said, we have the opportunity to take a 6/6 with a good chance of getting a Soul Rewinder. How many 6s would you take over the 5-drop demon? A lot of them, but it doesn't mean you get that this turn. At this point, we can just shoot for a 3, and if we miss, we level. Shaker! Pretty damn happy with that board. Really bearing the lead, Bofur. Everyone's favorite hero is Diablo. That's also coming back. True, that was the 3rd hero in the patch. I refuse to say the word Diablo. Diablo, Diablo, Diablo. Even more this stream. Oh my god, why are we bringing Diablo back? But tomorrow, it's only the other 2 heroes. Hogger, a hero that now reads passive. Whenever you buy a pirate, gain 1 gold. So you can think of obvious synergies of going infinite with Tethys. But there's also the synergy of the 5-star pirate, the one that behaves like Magmalock. Whenever you gain gold, gain a 1/1. Means that every pirate that you buy will be double counted there because you get the 1 gold back. Which is super nice. You think about the early turns, leveling curves, Jeef, and like normal curve, you don't need an economy minion, so you almost always end up half a minion up on people, which is pretty damn solid. That being said, getting to an infinite state requires a 6-star, and with a 20 to 22% chance of hitting a specific 6-star in the game right now, there's no guarantee you're going to get that. Okay. 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 I'm pretty happy with that combat. Give me that 4 right there. Sounds broken already? Yeah, you're just going to see very, very, very good high rolls with it, and its average is going to be bad. Kind of like Gallywix. What do you think Gallywix's average is right now, chat? I kind of gave you the answer by saying that it's not good. But its average is not very average. Not very good average anymore. Well, Drakari. Can we do something with that? 3.6, 4.5, 8. 8's a pretty big number. 8. Somebody in chat thinks it's 8. Nah, but for real. I don't think we ever played towards 6s. We took our shot towards 5, and next turn we want to take another shot towards 5. It's pretty damn expensive to take another 5, though. We'll get duo next turn. Okay. I like your confidence. .71 at top 1% range, Gallywix. Man, you see all the first place Gallywix boards, but you forget about all the 8th and 7th place Gallywix boards. Good answer, though. That was the correct one. Impressive. But for real. Still like to pick him sometimes? I'm with you. I'm with you. If we're going to level and roll anyway, we might as well take the Gambler. Might as well get the free 1/1. Is Captain Hogger just a worse Gallywix? No, it's better in certain scenarios. It's better in the early portion of the game. It's just a lot less flexible at the end game. Creates the same infinite scenario with Tethys. Now we getting sketchy. It's a good card. May not be perfect yet, but still a good card to take. So I view these two as my most permanent minions. Urzul is now somewhat permanent too. Only turn 7. He's on Tavern 3. Probably should bump in this one too. Sad as that is. Gallywix has gotten to a point in this meta, this one specifically, that there are so many avenues to get to infinite boards that if you get to turn 12, you almost always win the lobby. And the only way you're going to have a balanced Gallywix who doesn't have an absurdly high win rate is if the other end of the scale is tipped by the fact that you just have a ton of games where you don't get to that point. And when you get to a level of optimization in the game where like top players are going, you don't really play Gallywix right now. The reason is because you're just being limited by agency, right? By the idea that like, oh, we don't really get to play this lobby 70% of the time based upon the first 8 turns of the game. And that's poo. Boo. 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 That was like the worst combat. It's like, damn. I'd like to play the hero. The hero's interesting. I like when Gallywix is good. But this meta has too many runaway conditions. Well, we better get it now. Alright, guess we just die. Fair enough. Die it is. Game. God damn it, game. Oh, it's just getting trolly now. Thanks. I love it. How many chances have we had to hit something decent? To get Urzul to eat something? He left the 7-5 and then also ate the 1-3 on this board. You're killing me, game. We just got to be alive now. Like, this game's just done. Turn 8 rolls around. We've had every opportunity to hit cards that we need. We're not demons. I mean, we are demons. We're just Wrathweaver Urzul. We're not Tyke or whatever. Our best bet is to cycle every demon that we see. Because every demon that we see gives a board buff of about a 4/4 average minion. On top of that, a 2/1 and a 0/2. So, like, 2 gold being a 10/10 buff is definitely worth taking at this point in the game. Oh, and a 1/1. Went from 7.5k to 9k, and my last 20 or so games feel like this. Guess it was time? Yeah, I mean, it's just normal. That's this meta. This meta has a lot of very, very swingy, high impact RNG hits. Games are really, 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 really short. Doesn't mean you're doing anything wrong. In fact, I would argue that right now, this meta incentivizes playing toward this line very heavily. The frustration comes from the fact that, like, if you have too many games in the same day where you just miss, you're going to deal with a lot of games that feel super, super defeated. Good eat. Look at you. Okay. Goodbye, both of you. I'm always going to take this reroll before we do this anyway. So, like, not exactly the best board to eat. Nope. Four, 6, 3, 3, 1, 4. We can do better than that. We did not. I think we're all in, so we're just rolling boards. It's about average. Okay. Shouldn't have bought the 3/3 for 1/1 on underground or underhanded. Depends on where it was in the turn. Can't tell you without seeing the exact point in time. If it cost us the having to play a card to be able to pick it up, and we didn't have an open board space, then no. If we didn't, then probably. Depends on the point in time, and how much gold we had, and how many resources were allocated in hand, and whether or not Malchezaar still had rerolls. Alright, 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 alright. Nah! It's a good card, at least. Fuck if I know. We can cycle it through. This costs us nothing, and we're not going to eat on this board. If we're going to eat on the board and this is an above average minion, then you're costing yourself average stats from the eat. It's a pretty good board to eat. At least there's 4 attack, which is solid. He's kind of hemorrhaging. Selfless Hero is by far the best card we can put on this board. All my demon games are like this. I can't find Fellbats or Tyke or anything. Cool. It's kind of the nature of the game. This one isn't surprising. This is normal, right? This right here is about a normal demon game. Did we get a really bad roll? No. Did we get a really good roll? Nah. Would have been nice for one of the 5 discovers to be Tyke and we could play towards scaling? Sure. But we did get Urzul and we did get double Malchezaar, which means that we're still competitive in terms of mid-game scaling. We just don't have an automatic free first place line. Which is just something that we have the luxury of having right now in this meta. That hasn't been something that was really a thing prior to this specific meta. The idea that a bunch of 3 stars and 1 triple into 5 was going to be, I automatically win. If anything, we should probably argue that that's an unhealthy mechanic to exist. We shouldn't be winning the game off of finding a single 5 in combination with 1s, 2s, and 3s. Malchezaar! These aren't Tyke either. Should reroll first before taking Malchezaar. Keck W. Wasn't that the comment earlier today? That was the good one. That was the best comment of the day. It made me laugh. Okie dokie then. Well, we're not finding the cards we need. We can choose the level. I don't think we're going to lose the round, but we could drop a Selfless Hero to have that blue shell stuck around. What was the comment of the day? That we missed rerolls on Malchezaar? Ah! No, we had a triple Malchezaar in the shop and we still had some rerolls from before, you know, the first 2 versions of the Malchezaar. This is Malchezaar. And the comment was that we should have rolled first so that we could use our rerolls for scaling. And then take Malchezaar triple after. That's pretty good. WWE isn't real is the comment of the day for me. Fair enough. Is it enough? Can we come back, chat? Probably not. But it is a fair chunk of stats. I'm pretty happy with that. I will take these stats. Malchezaar will stick around. Yeah. Yeah. I don't see Malchezaar going anywhere next turn. Best thing with demons is to find Elise early and get lots of golden monkeys. That sounds terrible. Sounds like you bypass the time period where you get Tyke to win the game so that you could have potentially more value after it's not important anymore. Demons is pretty straightforward. Your timeline to win the game, though, is very short. If you delay it by any means to get more resources, your average just goes down. You could have a better board later, but your average drops off the face of the earth because you need Tyke Malchezaar by like turn 8 to be a first place viable board. Sure. You can get low roll games. Best thing with demons is Rylak. It's a completely different board, though. As much as I agree with that sentiment, that is a different board state, different composition entirely. Okay. Was kind of hoping to use that one, but that's fine. Well, that's sad. There were no 4s on this board. Or 5s. You are disappointing. Fair enough. Fair enough. How many blood gems do we have? We will take some attack onto the big boy over here. Rylak needs to be a 5 on removed. Yeah, for sure. It's an imbalanced card. It is too strong, too game defining on Tavern 3. Now, it's a very delicate balance between having interesting cards on 3 and having overpowered cards on 3. But cards that give you repeated scaling, Rylak, Scourfin, for example, right now, or cards that generate a lot of gold, which Rylak fits that one as well, and so does Radio Star, are not balanced effects for Tavern 3. Getting them 1 or 2 turns earlier is like game-breaking level of difference. You think about what you do with 6 gold on turn 5, and then think about the value that Rylak gets in 1 turn just passively being on your board. It's basically an extra turn. Each turn. Same idea with like Radio Star gives you an extra minion. It's basically half of your turn at that point in the game. And when 3 stars get that impactful, the game gets really, really swingy. Based upon how many of those big minions you hit in the first couple turns. So he has a lot of health, but he has no attack, and our Uzul kind of solos his board. Poggers. Alright, well, we kind of want to kill him, but whatever, it's cool. Never mind. No killing, leave him alive, let him win. We needed a value trade there. We need 2 value trades. That was going to be very rare. Never mind. Malchezaar. I love Malchezaar. Makes me crazy. Bongo Bopper. Rylak. This is a good card. It's probably not worth taking at this point in the game, though. Beast. Naga, Quillbore. Fair enough. Hey, look, a Tyke. Tethys. Do you think we need the Coiler this turn? Or we can maybe take the Tethys for the extra gold for next turn? I think we agreed it. I got Blood Gems to +1, 150 because of Rylek. It was fun. Yeah. Yeah. Most of them are meme lines, but meme lines that are moderately successful. And that's some good shit. Meme lines that don't break the game but are relatively good. You could even argue that that is balance. Shit. Balance in my video game? Say it ain't so. Ooh, that is not the hit we want to see. Thank God Mama Bear dies there. Stop spawning extra Mama Bears. Stop it. No extra mamas. Decent. Good enough. Looks like he's dead. Boars are pretty good. They lack gem generation sometimes, though. Also, Agam needs a rework. Don't agree with all of that. I don't think everything has to be game-defining direction. Agam in general is an okay effect. Just because it's a little bit out of favor doesn't make it bad. It works with a variety of compositions. Generation isn't too poor. I think Quillboar are pretty healthy right now. If anything, they're one of the tribes I wouldn't touch too much. I think the outlier cards are the bigger deal. More so than, like, tribal synergies. I'm okay with that one. Obviously, just an opinion. But I think my opinion's right and everyone else's is wrong, and I hate you. That's all. Real simple. Reasonable. Yeah, I don't really want to play Urzuls. They don't really do that much for me. Unless I gold it. You can hero power for a 5 at any point. I really just want to get to a point where I can pick this up and be done with it. Because that's kind of the end of the road for the Tethys. It's not going to get another proc. Could play a taunt if I want to. I could also just sit completely still. That seems silly at this point in the game. It's not like Tethys is high value to us. Whee! That's funny. Not gonna hold it if I'm not gonna be able to play a card. If it eats it, it eats it. I'm still gonna take the card to the board. Because, like, the battle cry effect of that card being played is better than the value of the triple, so no reason why I would ever want to play it first. Amazing. Our bullshit late demon board is getting us there. Shit's crazy. How do we not kill people, though? How are we so bad at killing people? Left this guy alive, left this guy alive. They fought each other, so that means we gotta fight you, because they just fought each other. So we can make a pretty good argument at this point in the game that we just need to shore up the final board state. That having your Zul sniped by something is really bad for us. We could just taunt up something small. Nothing to see here, folks. We could also do that. That's pretty good, too. Selfless Hero. Okay. Monkey. Okay. Elemental. Okay. Let's get ourselves a little bit of value over here. Most likely, we're just done with this turn. I'm not going to really use the hero power. I'm just going to leave this on the board at the end. We could hero power 4 or 5. Makes very little sense. I just want to be able to protect this. And I can do that this turn and next turn. Okay, so we see one board. Hero power for 5. Trash. Pretty much Leroy is the best card we can see at this point. Pike this turn would have been really good because we can use it this turn and next turn. What curve do you play on Galakrond? You have to adapt pretty heavily, but hero power early and often, and accept 3s and 4s if you find them that are game defining. I think 3s are the reason Galakrond's good right now. In games where like Beast Demon exists and Beast Demon Undead, taking an early access to 2 different 3-stars gives you ways to absolutely obliterate lobbies. Ew. On the other hand, awesome. Could be a lot worse. He is double Golden Baron, so like, get fucked us. He's on 6. These guys have to die. So like, we can kill the Barons. Not dead yet. Not dead yet. GG, I guess. Yeah, that's a pretty damn good board. We can't really get by it. We can't ghoul it. Oh no. How do you counter that board? What can we search for having 2 turns to be able to beat this board? Small taunt? Don't let the Leapfrogger die? Search for new lobby. Yeah, I think it's make Leapfrogger not die is the play. Double Risen Rider. Risen Rider's not really that great. Any small taunt does the same job. It's not like we need Macaw to value trade. But sure. Small taunt is the read. What is this? What are you? We can be a little pickier than like buying up anything that has the word taunt on it. Alright, well, I'm still gonna take the stats. I'm gonna cycle through this slot next turn. I'm gonna stealth this guy. Rylek in the transform would be so cool to watch. Yeah, that would be pretty good if we could find that combo. Just like snipe the Baron with the transforms. Only you got a little more attack. You got close. This thing just solos him. Snipe the Leaper, he has no build. Snipe it how? Playing small taunt to make it not die is the play. That's what we're going for. What we do from that position? Question mark. Too bad we can't make this bigger. Just kill him before he kills you. Okay. I like that idea. That one's pretty good. We should try that one. About as good as we get. I don't think we use this. As much as I like it. I don't want it to be bigger than the Leapfrogger, so it just kills it. I got a shot. Okay. Leapfrogger doesn't die. Good. 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 I love how he's emote spamming too. Good. All right. Well, we played around it. Rewarded. Good. Ah, good shit. Good shit. Feels good to get rewarded from time to time. All right. Well, that was a good board. That's a very, very, very good board. Very hard board to beat. We had to take an out. Basically a 2-card combo to make it so his Leapfrogger wouldn't ever die. If the Leapfrogger doesn't die, his board doesn't do anything. That was beautiful. That was fun, dude. That was a good game. It's one of the most fun games we've had in a minute.